Hello and welcome back, this is ProTailDev back with another update video. So this time what we're going to be looking at is kind of our projects overall and what we're working on, and kind of go over some of the changes that is going to be happening. So to start off with, let's talk about Turtle Trial, since that's the main game I've been working on for so long, been doing updates for it. So for those of you who don't know, who have not been following, the next update was meant to be the exploration update. So just like the combat update got a change, it was the bite back update. This one is going to be called the Frozen Chains update. So this one, just as it implies, is going to be focusing more on the Scrooge Redemption trial, which might possibly be renamed, and it's going to have a lot more details in. It's going to be a little bit different. It's not going to have the phase system, it's actually going to have a frozen system. Typically turtles aren't really in places like the Arctic, Antarctica and things like that. So one of the biggest challenges is going to be the freeze effect, getting hypothermia and then dying from that, and it's going to be much more constant than phase, so it's going to be a much harder trial than previously. There's going to be crafting. There's also going to be a lot more fish than there was in the Scrooge Redemption game that I made so long ago. There's also going to be a little bit different with the objectives. So previously, I kind of want this to feel like a different type of trial. So previously what you'd had to do is complete all the different objectives in order to complete the game. That was the trial, then you'd escape. In this one it's going to be a little bit different. We're not going to have a bunch of lore and objectives necessarily. We still are going to have crafting, and you're still going to have to eat to fill up your food. But we're going to have a little bit of a different type of objective system. It's not going to be something where you can just check it up and then look. You're actually going to have to work out what you meant to do. I think it's a little bit more intuitive and a bit more inventive that way, and it's a bit more interesting than just following objectives. Like I said, I want to make this different. So obviously the biomes and things are going to be all different, and it's going to relate a little bit to the lore of the previous trial because they're all set in the same world, but I'll leave it to you to try and discover that lore. So that's that update. When is it going to come out? It's probably going to be a few months, maybe. I was hoping towards Christmas, so December, that'll come out, and then just after December we're going to, maybe February, we'll release the final one, because at that point I want to kind of move on to Corrupting Spring, releasing that. So what about Corrupting Spring? So moving on, what we want to do with Corrupted Spring is we kind of want to start getting it finished. So it's a little bit behind on YouTube in terms of the Corrupting Spring videos. Basically where I'm up to, I think, is when I'm creating levels. So I've done all that now. In the background it's all finished. I did record it, there'll be a video. I think next I'll be working, I think the next video that goes up will be starting levels, and then I think there'll be another video where I go more into levels as well and applying those abilities that we created. But that's already done, that's already been made and ready to be uploaded. So when will it be released? And like I said, it should be towards Christmas. I want it released so that come January, February, I'll be looking at either updating it or, you know, kind of looking into doing another game. Corrupting Spring is not going to be a constant update like Turtle Trial has been with 3 updates. It's pretty much going to be released with quite a few levels, and then that's kind of it. So it's a little bit more of a one-shot game, but that's okay. I never intended Corrupting Spring to be a long-term game like Turtle Trial was. I wanted them to be kind of different and so that I could get a different experience about how to update and how to add things, and then kind of how the market works and stuff like that. So next I'm going to be talking about Stay Within. So Stay Within, if you're not caught up, is the newest game I was working on, the newest project. It was a VR game that I was working on, and unfortunately things have gone a bit rough. Again, I found issues with the high definition render pipeline. It's just not great. It doesn't really work very well, and when I use it with VR, it's just not great. The other problem is that my VR headset is old now. It's the original Oculus Rift, so it's very old. I can't really afford to get a new updated version right now. So unfortunately I've had to stick with it, and I can't really use it for this high definition render pipeline. It doesn't really work. You also kind of lose the quality, obviously, because the resolution isn't that high on the Oculus Rift. So you lose a lot of the quality, which is kind of what the high definition render pipeline was for. and the other reason I kind of wanted it was so that I could experiment with it and have fun with it, because I've only played with it a little bit in the past. I've never made a game using the high definition render pipeline. I've played around with it a little bit, but not done that much with it. The other issues I had was with ray tracing. Ray tracing did not work very well at all. It also lags so the way I play VR games is on a laptop. On a gaming laptop, which is really powerful, but it pretty much hits its limit when it comes to the high definition render pipeline and the VR, which is a little bit unfortunate. So what I've decided to do with it is I'm going to convert the Stay Within game into a lower quality game that's not low poly, but just lower quality textures and things like that. And so I'm going to create the game. I'm also going to have get rid of the high definition render pipeline aspect of it, so I'm going to be creating it without it, which is fine. I mean, it's a bit disappointing, but while I'm working on the Stay Within, I'd be working on another small project, which will be a lot less time, which is more to do with landscaping, because I haven't done landscaping levels in ages, and I think I might be getting a little bit rusty, so I want to kind of dig back into that. And I figured I might as well do a high definition render pipeline with my landscaping. Since my computer can handle it fine, I can record it, it's no issue. I just can't really do VR with it. That'll hopefully change in the future when I finally get enough money to buy a new headset and kind of update everything and you know. But basically for now, I'm just going to be working on a lower resolution Stay Within. So that first video that I uploaded, which was the VR with the high definition render pipeline, I'm still going to leave it there. The reason is because I show off how to fix a lot of the issues with the high definition render pipeline. So the next thing I want to talk about is YouTube. So I'm going to have a new banner made soon, because I'm starting to build up a little bit of projects, and I've worked on quite a lot of new things. Obviously a lot of things I've cut out and not shown because they're just failed projects. I remember I worked on a game called Dungeon Maker about a couple months ago, and it just didn't really work. There was the apple catcher, I think it was Apple Catcher Ghost, which was not very great name, but basically that fell through as well. There was a couple of others. There was like Worm Digger, and I can't remember the other one, but basically I've had a lot of failed games recently, so I kind of want a success. So hopefully Stay Within is gonna be that success that I needed for a while. Yeah, hopefully soon I'll have the Stay Within videos consistently added. That's why I kind of want to get through the Corrupting Spring videos much quicker, and the Turtle Trial updates, I want to try and get through them much quicker as well, so that I can work solely on the Stay Within and the high definition render pipeline environments. Okay, so that's going to do it. I think that's all the updates I wanted to talk about. Hopefully the schedule for YouTube as well for uploading will stay to one video a week. I'm trying my best to try and stick to it. Whether that's an update video or any of the development videos, I'm trying my best. Obviously there's only me here, so editing and then working on all these different projects is really difficult, and it's slowing me down quite a lot. However, I'm doing my best. So this has been ProTail Dev, and I'll see you next time.